Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, that is IRGC, has issued a strong warning that American military installations across the Middle East, along with enemy ships, could be targeted if Iranian oil tankers or commercial vessels come under attack again. Well, the warning came after Iranian media reported that US forces had struck two Iranian-flagged tankers in the Gulf of Oman. That is an incident that has sharply escalated already rising tensions between Tehran and Washington. In its statement, the IRGC said that any attack on Iranian maritime assets would trigger a heavy response against US-linked targets in the region, signaling a potential widening of confrontation at sea and on land. The developments unfold at a sensitive moment as diplomatic efforts continue in parallel with military escalation. The United States is currently awaiting Iran's response to a new proposal that is aimed at easing tensions and possibly extending a temporary truce to allow further negotiations. Well, US President Donald Trump said that he expected Tehran's reply very soon, though by Saturday there had been no official public confirmation from Iran regarding its position. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, speaking through comments reported by the Iranian media, expressed skepticism about Washington's intentions, accusing the US of actions in the Gulf that undermine trust and questioning its seriousness about pursuing diplomacy. He argued that recent military activity in the region has increased suspicion over the credibility of American commitments. Maritime tensions have become the most immediate flashpoint. Reports from Iranian sources claim that a US fighter jet disabled two Iranian-flagged tankers accused by Washington of violating restrictions that were linked to the Iranian ports. Iranian military officials later suggested that their navy had carried out retaliatory action in response. And all these incidents followed earlier confrontations near the Strait of Hormuz, that is one of the world's most critical oil transit routes. Iran has sought to increase its influence over the strait, a move that has alarmed the United States and its allies, who view any disruption or control of the passage as a threat to global energy security. Amid all these tensions, satellite imagery revealed an apparent large oil slick near Iran's Kurg Island, a key hub for the country's oil exports, and the slick reportedly spread over a wide area before later reducing in size. While no official explanation has been given, monitoring organizations suggested that it may have resulted from leaking oil infrastructure. The incident adds further pressure to Iran's already strained energy sector, which has been affected by sanctions and ongoing regional instability. Diplomatic activity has continued behind the scenes, with senior US officials, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, meeting Qatar's leadership to coordinate mediation efforts. Qatar has also played a central role as an intermediary between Washington and Tehran, hosting discussions that were aimed at preventing further escalation. The Gulf states' involvement is particularly significant, given its strategic position and its hosting of a major US military base, which has itself been drawn into regional tensions in the past. And at the same time, the broader regional conflict is expanding beyond the Gulf. And in Lebanon, renewed violence has been reported, despite a fragile ceasefire. Israeli airstrikes in the south of the country have resulted in multiple casualties, while Hezbollah has responded with drone attacks targeting Israel forces. And all these exchanges have further strained the already unstable truce, raising concerns that the conflict could widen further. And with maritime confrontations, diplomatic maneuvering, and regional clashes all intensifying simultaneously, tensions between Iran, the United States, and their respective allies remain extremely high, with the risk of further escalation continuing to grow. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.